From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is Roz and Mocha.
it's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
That is amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yes.
Jesus Christ of Nazareth!
Yes. Oh, God. Let me tell you this. So I had to go to a hardware store way downtown, right? And I get out of the car. I had to park at the back of this parking lot thing, but it's like not really. I don't know. And I get out of the truck, and there's like a guy there, like a man, older dude, like probably 60s, right? Missing a couple of teeth, not all, but like a couple, right? Just chilling alone on sitting on the platform of like where like a street light is almost. And I get out of the truck, and he goes, "Hey man, let me ask you a question." Right? And I'm like, and honestly, I was in a super rush. And I look at him, I go, "Bro, I don't have time for this. I'm so sorry." And he goes, No, just let me ask you a question. And I go, "I have no money." Right? And he goes, No, it's not, I don't want money. It's not about money. And I go, and I feel bad at this point, right?
Because you're already in the convo.
I'm already in the convo. And I feel terrible because I thought he was going to hit me up for money. And I go, What is it, man? What can I help you with? And he's like, "How do I get to Richmond Hill from here? Is it better to take the GO or the TTC? Because I'm not from around here." And I feel incredibly embarrassed and terrible that I thought the worst. And I don't know how to get to Richmond Hill, right? And so I'm sitting here and I'm like, I know Richmond Hill is far. And I was like, a couple weeks ago, I was there and I'm like, that's like north of the 401 and then over and around. And I'm like, that's a really far way, dude. And he's like, "I know. I just don't know like what the best way to do is. Like, do I go like TTC as far as I can go and then go, or do I take the GO and then jump on TTC? I don't even know if TTC goes that far." And I'm like, "Okay, so here's what you got to do. Like where we are right now, there's a stop where maybe ask a streetcar driver or maybe go into." And I'm trying to look around. I'm looking around the neighborhood. I'm like, there's like nothing here. And he's like, "Well, how long do you think that trip is going to take?" And I'm like, "Bro, in a car, it's like 40 minutes, right?" I'm like, that's a far trip, And he goes, "Okay, so if I want to take the GO, where do I go?" And I'm like, "God, I think like the GO, I think you can get it down on the thing." And I'm having this conversation with this guy, right? And I'm feeling terrible. And we figure out a way for him to sort of get to the thing, and I'm giving him directions and everything else. And I'm talking to this guy for I'm probably 5 minutes, right?
Mind you, you're also in a rush.
I'm in a rush. Yeah. And so we get this guy, we come up with a plan. He's about to leave, and then he looks at me and goes, "So, how much do you think that ticket costs?"
Great hustle. Amazing hustle. I respect that.
And I look at him.
You know what? For that, I would have driven the guy.
Thank you. I thought I made a friend.
Look at you doing all sorts of good stuff on the weekend.
I still had no money.
So what'd you say to him?
I have no money.
What'd he say?
"Okay, cool." And then he walked away.
No.
Yes. Bruh. That was the long game though. Right?
He hustled you
Smart man.
Very smart.
Sucked me right in.
Yeah.
Right? Made a friend. Felt bad. Anyway, I hope the man got to Richmond Hill.
He's probably still walking right now.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I got to bring something up, not to bring up old stuff again.
Oh, damn.
But going back to this battle between you and Maria.
About what?
Traffic and the hand wave after merging.
Yeah.
There's been so many battles lately, to be honest with you.
And Maria is of the belief that if you let someone into traffic, into your lane, the polite thing for that person to do is wave.
No, according to her, it's mandatory.
And
it's polite.
Do not think that at all. I saw it like enough times yesterday when I was on the road. People waving here, there, everywhere.
Yes.
So there's this guy on Instagram Joey Scarlata. He was on season 7 of The Circle on Netflix.
Oh,
reality
yeah.
show.
Okay.
He's got close to 300,000 followers on IG. And he posted this video where it wasn't necessary, like he needed to merge. He's in New York. The highway's crazy. He's trying to merge from the on-ramp into the first lane, right? So he's merging left. And he's not doing the hand wave, but he's getting to a point where he has to get into traffic because his lane's going to end.
Yes.
So he doesn't wave. This is what he does.
See, at this stage, the hand is useful. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Do the hand, now they gotta let you merge. They can't not let you merge when you do the hand because it's a sign of courtesy, but it's also a sign of I gotta get the Go ahead. See? Every time. Works like a job.
So he doesn't do the hand wave. He sticks his arm straight out and like waves like, yo, I gotta get in to the traffic, into this lane right now.
I do that all the time.
Oh, you do?
I do. Yeah, because I'm stopping people. Right?
That's what he's doing.
Yeah, I'm not saying thank you.
So
I'm putting my hand out the window being like, yo, stop.
So, Maria, what this guy is doing,
yes.
Rude or not rude?
No,
in
I think
your
it's
opinion?
fine. I've done it where I put my hand out, but as I merge, my window stays down and I wave my hand
But I
saying
don't know
thank you.
if you
and
noticed
then-
in the video, he never did that. He stuck his arm out. Just to be like, yo, I got to get into this lane. Yeah. But he didn't do the thank you. He never,
Well,
after he
I
was
mean,
let
they
in.
didn't finish the video. Like, he just turned to the music. So we don't actually know if he said thank you or not.
I don't think he did.
Yeah, no, because when I stick my arm out and I say, hey, stop, right? You stopping is the acknowledgement that you're being a jerk. Right?
A whole bunch of different
go
opinion on his post, by the way.
Okay.
Yes, the hand wave is universal. Whether to let you in or not, thank you for letting me in. Honestly, manners while driving. 100%, I see the hand, I let the man in. And when I put that hand out, I'm getting in. Another person says, I ignore the hand every time because, nope, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, those people don't
I'm the
deserve to be
person
on the
that's
road.
not letting you merge because you should have already knew you were going to have to merge. Reads another comment. Somebody else said, better put that arm away, cuz if that were me, the hand would be in my radiator before you could even merge.
Yeah, listen, hey, it's not for everybody. It's tough out there.
Another person said, yep, it's a must. While arm out the window, followed up by a peace sign to say thanks.
Yeah.
LOL.
Yeah, I've done the peace sign before.
Oh, you've done?
Yeah.
Oh, so you'll do that.
I've done the peace sign.
So what's the difference between doing the peace sign and the wave?
Well, no.
It's the same thing.
No.
So then you are agreeing this whole time and you're just being a liar.
No. I said I've done it before, okay, in extreme situations like that, where literally I'm sitting there and it's a block of cars and everybody's being a jerk, right?
Yeah.
And then if I'm sitting there and somebody I wish I could explain this one route that I have to take. It's very difficult to turn, right? And most people just plow through. Every now and then, somebody will choose to stop 300 cars behind them when they have the right of way and there's a lot of room in front of them. But they look in their rearview mirror and they realize that me, the lonely guy on the other side of the road, am never going to be able to turn left, right? So if somebody does that, I'm like, okay, cool. Thank you, bro. Right? Because that is you acknowledging something and you went above and beyond. What I was saying is that when you're in a situation, and we all know the rules of the road, okay? We all know how roads work. When a lane is like being cut off or there's construction or there's whatever it is, when you get to that point of where two lanes become one lane, it goes one car, one car, one car, one car, one car, one car. When we're doing that, I ain't waving.
Yeah, you should.
No chance am I waving.
You should, because not
Zero.
everyone follows the one car thing. People are rude.
That's fine. But I'm not waving.
So you thank the person who let you in because the other person
you didn't
didn't.
let me in. It's the rule of the road. If you're
You
any
have to
sort
get-
of normal human being,
They
it goes
still
one
let
car,
you in
one
because
car,
if your
one car,
lane
one
is
car.
closing, you could be sitting
No.
there for 10 minutes because no one will let you in.
Because you're one of the drivers that sits around waiting to be a hero.
No.
Oh my God, look at me. I let you in. Where's my wave? No, it's one car, one car, one car, one car. I ain't waving for that.
Yeah, you're wrong.
I ain't waving for that. Right? You're not a hero.
Yes, I am,
You
and
did
so is
nothing.
everybody who says thank you.
You did nothing.
This is the
You're
last
not
time
a
we ever
hero.
going to talk about this.
No, I can't.
No,
I can't anymore.
you didn't do anything.
Okay.
I'm not thanking you for doing anything.
All right, give your peace sign next
It's called
time.
the zipper effect, by the way.
Thank you. The zipper. Why does it have to be called the zipper
Yeah.
effect?
And why did you have to say it like right now, bro?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yo, Jeff, what's up, homie?
So, as a truck driver, I want to say the proper way to merge onto the highway is as soon as you come on the on-ramp and you pass the solid lines and you're now at the dotted lines, you put your signal on. If the person in the lane beside you decides to let you in, 100% you say thank you. If you get to the point, like Roz says, where you're at the end and you got your arm out to make that person stop, they don't deserve a thank you. That's the job as a person in the merge lane. They have to let you merge. I'm 77 feet long. You know what I mean? I'm not a little car.
Hey.
So I need time to get over.
Hey.
Yo, my man.
So
Big man things.
that's how you do it. That's how you do it. And I drive the 401 every single day, all day long. I just got off the 401. I'm on the 412 now.
Yeah.
The 401 is my life, you know? So I find that works the easiest for me. If somebody high beams you, they're going to let you in. I always click on my beacons or I give my four ways just to say thank you. If I have to force my way over because my signal is not a suggestion, I'm letting you know I'm coming over, then you don't deserve the thank you.
What about thanking somebody who doesn't let you in and then eventually realizes that they have to let you in, and then once you're in front of them and going at decent speed, you thank them by touching your brakes?
Yeah. I saw that too.
Is that cool?
Hey, if that's going to help you, but I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Case by case
If
basis.
somebody-
Jeff,
you know that person's got a dash cam, they rear end you, you're at fault.
it's Jeff Elliott, right?
Yes, sir.
Is this the same Jeff that DMs me all the time when I met you and your kid at the mall?
Yeah.
I remember you.
I listen to you guys
dude.
all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
All right,
when
bro.
I say to you, I listen to you all. I listen to the live show, and then I listen to the podcast. I drove to Windsor yesterday listening to the podcast and back.
Oh, buddy,
Wow.
you're the best. Thank you so much. Hey, I don't know if we've
you
ever
guys
asked
are.
you before, but between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Mocha.
Hey.
Wow.
All
You
right,
did
Doc.
ask me, but it's 50-50 right now because I said Roz before. I said you now.
Oh, what'd I do? What happened?
I got to thinking that Mocha, you guys, I DM you, you messaged me back, and I have a feeling, Mocha, yesterday that the video I sent you didn't really watch because you liked it 19 seconds after I sent it to
Because
you.
I'd seen
That
it
was
before, bro.
That was a good. Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, man. You're not the only one in my DMs, homie.
Oh.
I know.
All right, Jeff. We got to go.
I appreciate you guys. Have a great day.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I got this news story out of Australia. I'm going to play for you guys. Here's someone who takes pettiness to a level of like 1,000 after a relationship that they were in ended.
Okay.
A Cairns mother has been forced to block dozens of calls after her ex-partner allegedly took her phone number and plastered it on poles here around the CBD, telling people to call up and impersonate Chewbacca for a chance to win $100.
This would be the most childish breakup I've ever had. Like, all he had to do was be mature and go, I don't love you anymore, I want to move on.
The calls have been waking her and her 3 young children up at odd hours in the evening, and they're yet to stop.
I won $500.
Well, I'm getting phone calls at really strange hours of the night, about 1 o'clock till 4 o'clock.
Forced to call back the wannabe Wookiees and tear down the posters.
It just seems to have gotten out of hand. Big joke now.
The 29-year-old is determined to have the last laugh.
If there's anyone out there that can do the real Chewbacca sound, I might marry ya.
Wow. 29 too. You know what I mean? Like he's probably around the same age as well.
Yeah, look at Maria clapping.
What's
are you down with that?
You know what?
Oh.
A part of me wishes I thought of that.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's brilliant.
Totally kidding. That's petty, but I mean, it's really funny.
Yeah,
Like
imagine.
to think of that, that's so funny.
Like at 3 o'clock in the morning, you
Yeah.
get a call.
Could you
right?
imagine?
Well, 'cause
You're
it's-
trying to sleep and all you hear is.
Because the great thing about it, right, is you could have said a lot of things on that poster that would have been, annoying for the ex-girlfriend.
Sure.
But when you could have said, hey, call this number, tell a joke, call this number, do whatever, right? And you're going to get a certain set of people that would call that number. But when you're looking for maximum damage, where you want the calls to come in through the middle of the night by weirdos, to guarantee that it's weirdos, you say impersonate Chewbacca.
Yeah.
Because it's only weirdos. First of all, that guy sounds like he's being murdered.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, it is brilliant. There's a lot of things that guy could have put on that poster, but Chewbacca may have been the best play in order to do maximum damage.
Like, by comparison, innocent.
Yes, yeah, because realistically, like people, like you're not asking somebody to engage in any sort of conversation. You're not saying call this number and answer a trivia question. You're saying call this number and just do Chewbacca. So they
For a
hear
chance at $100.
They hear hello,
yeah,
and they just go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Damn it, Maurie cried in front of Kelsey Grammer, a.k.a. Frasier, the other day. New season of Frasier is finally here. You like that show, right, Maurie?
Oh, my God. I grew up with that show.
It's on Paramount.
Is the new one like the old one?
The new one is completely different.
Yeah.
Because he moves away. He's with his family. Like, the kids are grown up. He's with the kids.
Same vibe, though?
Same vibe.
Yeah.
Paramount Plus. First 2 episodes are available right now. New episodes every Thursday.
I watched the first part of this video. Maury sent it to me, where he's filming himself and he's sort of in like a waiting room, right before he goes in to see Kelsey Grammer, and he's like filming himself walking backwards, sort of into the room. And you see Kelsey, he walks into the room with Kelsey Grammer. Kelsey Grammer is just sitting there waiting to be interviewed by the next person, right? And then when Maury walks in and he starts getting emotional, like Kelsey Grammer, like it's not that this happened face to face and like the beginning of this was a moment, right? Like Kelsey Grammer realizes that there's a man with his back to me crying in the room right now, and it's so uncomfortable. He like gets up and like tries to console Maury. Like it's the weirdest
While
thing.
your back is still to the man?
Yes.
Oh my God.
He didn't even turn around. Maury started crying. It was only seeing him in the screen in his phone.
Bro.
He hadn't even laid eyes on him yet.
There you go. That's where. There you go.
Oh, my God. I'm hearing a familiar voice. Oh, my God.
Hi. How are you? Yeah, it's a pleasure.
I didn't think that would happen.
Well, how about that? Hey, good to see you.
Oh, my God. This is the coolest moment ever.
God bless you.
You are the reason I'm in radio.
No kidding. I've never heard that before.
Oh, my God.
That's
Thank
fantastic.
you. Oh, can we do one thing and make a dream come true?
Yes, sure.
Hey, baby, I hear the blues are calling.
Hey, baby, I hear the blues are calling. Toss salads and scrambled eggs.
Oh, my God.
So, Maury, explain a little bit to people what Kelsey Grammer, why this is so emotional for you.
Well, because I always wanted to be in radio. And so in Frasier, I mean, obviously we know him from Cheers, but in Frasier, he's a radio psychiatrist.
Yeah.
And, you know, growing up listening to radio, you only heard radio. But watching Frasier with my dad growing up, you could see the studio. You can visualize a radio studio. And I just thought, you know, I want to work for him.
You never.
Oh, my God, this is the coolest moment ever.
God bless you.
You are the reason I'm in radio.
You never once thought about becoming a psychiatrist?
No.
Okay. I had a friend who was in the room during this interview, and he wrote me afterwards, and he goes, hey, I saw Maury at the junket for Frasier. He cried twice, maybe 3 times. I lost count. It was a 6-minute interview.
Oh, my God.
That's a lot of crying, but he looks slim, so there's that.
David Maury with Kelsey Grammer.
40 years of Frasier in our lives. If Kelsey Grammer met Frasier Crane, do you think that they would be friends? Honestly.
That's a good question. No one's ever asked me that question. I would probably find him kind of exhausting. But I would see the good in him, though, which is... I have several friends that some people have said in my lifetime, you know, throughout my lifetime, friends that they go, what's with this guy you're with? I said, you gotta see the good in him, because that's what we need to encourage in everybody.
Are you and Kelsey Grammer like best friends now?
Let me check I haven't heard.
Did it go well though? Like, do you think that you had a moment like you?
I think it was fantastic.
You think that he liked you? Because I know that that's the most important thing for you when you're in an.
He said that I reminded him of one of his friends.
Oh.
And then I asked, "Is your friend rich?" Kelsey, I'm obsessed with my voice, and you have the best voice ever. And can we do a super quick Frasier off?
Sure.
So here's a Frasier off. I'm listening.
I'm listening.
I'm listening.
I'm listening.
I'm listening.
I'm listening.
I'm
listening. You beat me.
Ew. Now, say I'm watching, Maury.
Oh, I'm watching.
Yeah, see, bro.
Anyway, season 2, Frasier, available now, Paramount Plus.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
There's a guy in the States who caught someone trying to steal a package off of his front porch.
Oh, porch pirate?
Uh-huh. And the guy, the homeowner, starts talking to the would-be thief through his doorbell cam.
Oh, damn.
Okay?
Yeah.
And the video starts with the guy walking up. There's like 8 steps. So the guy walks up the 8 steps, grabs the box.
Yeah.
And the box, I don't know, it must be heavy or something.
Struggles.
He struggles a bit and then he drops the box. Right?
Yeah.
And then the guy, the homeowner, starts talking to him.
That's why you fat. Look at you, greedy. No, you can have it. You can have it.
So what the guy does, once he gets caught, the would-be robber, the porch pirate, is he takes the box and he places it back. And that's why this dude is saying, you can have it.
You got it, brother. You thought it was some snacks in there? Look at you. You can go ahead and take it. It's a big box for a big back. Come on and get it. I know you need it.
I think I was confused, bro.
Oh, I think you hungry. And people act abnormal when they hungry. You've seen a Snickers commercial. Come on and get you his little box. Don't try to run either. I don't want you to have an asthma attack on my porch.
I don't live too far.
I know you ain't walking far. I know you ain't walking far. You ain't got to tell me. Go ahead and get it. Big back, big back. You too big to be a thief. Come on and get it. At this point, I just want you to get the steps in. You never know. It could be some workout equipment in there.
Wow.
That's brilliant, man.
Wow. This guy's amazing.
That's amazing.
I would actually label that man as a crime fighter. Because that may have done more for that thief than any amount of incarceration, rehabilitation, community service, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Just clowning on a man, being like, you are too fat. I know you don't live far. That's the best line. Yeah, I can tell you don't live far.
Big back, big back. You too big to be a thief.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yo, Kyle, what's up, man? It's Roz and Mocha.
I'm doing fantastic. It's a bit of a big day for me.
What's going on?
So, well, I had a bit of a hell of a story to share with you guys, but I know you already had one for today, and it kind of ties in. I had this dream trip. I always wanted to go ride a motorcycle from Toronto to the Arctic Ocean.
Oh,
and I always thought, yeah. So I always thought that'd be something like 10, 20, 30 years down the road. A couple of years ago, I found an opportunity to do it. My girlfriend at the time, super supportive, encouraging, helped me figure out a way to go. And so spent a year planning, and I set off. And it left on a Friday. By Tuesday, got in this accident on the motorcycle. Devastating. Bike was totaled. I was pretty injured.
Where in the country were you when you got into the accident?
So I made it to Saskatchewan.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
So, I was doing 800 kilometers a day till I got to the Rockies, and I never really made it.
Damn. So the bike was totaled, and you were done for.
Bike was, I had a couple broken bones, scratched up everywhere. Bike was done. So obviously for me, that trip was over.
Yeah.
I called my girlfriend at the time. Obviously super disappointed, but she was trying to find ways, can I rent a car and keep going? That wasn't an option. I knew my condition. But she, stayed super supportive, encouraged me to go, made sure it was a priority for the next year that we could get this done.
Yeah.
Which was great. But long story is I made the trip the next year. It was absolutely fantastic. Loved it. I got to do everything that I wanted to do, all the ridiculous stories that I had. And I made it back a year ago this week.
Oh, wow.
Which is great.
And again, that was from Toronto to the Arctic Ocean.
Yeah, so I went all the way up. I went out to the Rockies. I went up
to the Yukon Territories, up into Northwest Territories, made it to the Arctic Ocean, had my swim into Alaska.
Wow.
Before I made the second trip, I had bought the second bike, but there was problems with it that I found as I was getting ready. And I thought, I don't think this bike is going to make it. So how far do I have to get to say I've had a successful trip?
Yeah.
I'll sell the bike or I'll ditch it somewhere and I'm just going to fly home, but I'll be fine and it'll be good.
Yeah.
So the goal was always the Arctic Ocean, which I did, and that was great. But then where I wanted to get to say it was successful was there's this other road in the Yukon called Canal Road. It was built in the 40s. They abandoned it a few years later, and no one really uses it. So all the vehicles from the 40s are abandoned out by the border, and I thought that'd be a great spot to get to. Obviously, that's where I headed next.
Yeah.
And I get out there, and where the border should have been, there was a sign that had a picture of a donkey, and it said, "No pack animals in the next mountain range." And that's an oddly specific sign, but it doesn't say the border, right? So I pull out my GPS, and I look, and it's about a half kilometer further than where I was. And I thought, okay, I can do that. So I get to going, and I cross a bit of a stream, and a rock kicks up, hits the engine, and the bike dies.
Okay.
And so I thought, well, okay, I'm not in a great spot. It's a curvy, narrow road, and I had seen more bears than people in the last 2 days. But I thought, you know what, a car is going to come and hit me here. So I pushed the bike about half a kilometer back to where that donkey sign was. And lo and behold, on the other side of the sign was the border sign saying Yukon Northwest Territories border.
Oh, wow.
Oh, so you made it.
So the exact spot that I said, if my bike dies, I will be happy, is exactly where I was. It was 250 kilometers away from the next town. No one used this road, middle of nowhere. But I thought, you know what? This is where I said I'm going to be happy.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. I'd be too terrified. No, I couldn't do that.
So I just sat there and I laughed for a good half hour. And eventually I started tinkering with things and cut a few wires here, tied a few wires there together, and I got the bike working again.
Wow, dude. Wow.
And then how did you fly back home from there, or did you have to do the ride?
No,
you rode all
so
the way?
So I said that's where they abandoned all the vehicles, right? And so in my mind, I'm like, okay, the bike's not going to work. So I either abandon it here, I start the 250-kilometer walk to the next town. I can try to fix it, which I kind of know what I'm doing, not really. And so this problem, I wasn't sure if I could fix. But I thought, I'm not going to make the bike even any worse, right? So I can try to fix it, and if it doesn't work, then I'm still walking. Or, I can get it and it's going to work, and then I'm going to ride home. So I was able to successfully ride home. I made it home a week ago, this week, last year. And so the other part of the story, why it's so great to share today is, so my girlfriend, who had been super supportive the whole time, she had been great for the 5 years we've been dating before. And so the year I spent planning for the first trip, I also spent planning our proposal.
Oh,
wow. That's cool, man.
Because it was such a big deal, I was able to convince her I was leaving a week early so I could completely surprise her with that. And now today we're finally getting married.
Wow.
Oh, shoot. Yo, that's amazing. Congratulations, Kyle.
That's
Thank
awesome.
you.
That's awesome.
Love
That's
that,
awesome.
man. That's amazing. Congrats.
Right. And we're big fans of the show, and I figured she's either going to listen to this while she's getting ready today, and if not, we're going to road trip on our honeymoon, and we always listen to the podcast. So.
Oh, buddy, that is amazing. Congratulations, Kyle. Thanks for sharing that incredible story with us, bro.
Yeah.
Before we let you go, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
That's got to be Roz.
Oh. Well, thank
you. You don't
Oh.
seem so enthused.
Listen,
He's always surprised.
Okay, I'm always surprised, first of all.
And confused.
I'm not.
Love you, Kyle.
All right, thank you.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Slow-mo Roz and Mocha. We haven't done this in a while. A real long time. When you listen to our podcast, which we release an episode every single day, you can get it on Apple. You can get it on Google, everywhere. Spotify, all over the place. Subscribe, by the way. If you listen to the podcast at half speed, our conversations sound ridiculous. Like we're drunk, like we're high, wasted, all the things.
Exhausted.
This latest one comes actually from our retro podcast which drops on Sundays, from Jason Miniker, episode 882, when we're talking about deep voices, and you start asking Maurie to do like his best deep voice.
Okay.
And in slow motion, at half speed, it sounds like this.
No. You're not doing it right. You're not like you're sounding deep as opposed to getting deep. Does that make any sense?
Huh?
Go deep. I'm going deep. Use your throat like it's all in the throat.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I learned years ago, is that it's all in the throat.
Yo, big up Jason Miniker for playing
Wow.
that gem. Do you guys want to hear it again?
I think we should.
This sounds way too
No. You're not doing it right. You're not like you're sounding
explain.
Deep as opposed to getting deep.
Uh-huh.
Does that make any sense?
Why don't you explain it?
Go deep.
Like
I'm going deep. Use your throat like it's all in the throat.
What else?
That's the one thing I learned years ago, is that it's all in the throat.
Good advice, Roz.
Thank you. Solid advice, right?
Solid advice.
Thank you.
Yep.
If you find a moment on the podcast, please, when you listen to it at half speed and you want us to play it on the show, if it's as hilarious, you can DM it to us. You can hit us up on text. You know how to get a hold of us, okay?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Lots going on with Tate McRae. She's getting ready to release a new album. She got a new song out right now called It's Okay, I'm Okay. Talking to Tate Maurie the other day. Love Tate McRae.
How was she, Maurie?
She was a lot of fun.
Yeah?
Yeah, she was a lot of fun.
Nice.
So we kick things off like this.
Do you have, and how many fake Instagram accounts do you have where you go in and like your own stuff and maybe comment on your own things? Be honest.
Before we get to Tate McRae's answer, damn it, Maurie, how many fake accounts do you have that you go in and like your own posts and comment on your own posts?
I use my dog's account.
Yeah, but it's still your dog. I would say that when celebs usually have like the Finsta account, is that what they call it? The Finsta account? I think it's for spying on other people. I don't think it's for liking their own stuff. I don't think she's lacking in the world of likes.
I mean, use it for whatever you want.
Here's what Tate McRae has to say.
Of course. Like, you have like other accounts where you like sometimes like look at other people. I mean, sue me, everyone does it, but there's like, I definitely have a spam account that I use, but it's also like all my fans know about it. It's like it's a kind of public account. It's called Buy Not Tate or whatever.
Oh, wow. So she just gives it right out there. Interesting.
But then, like, do you have to have like another secret account?
I bet you she does.
That she just refuses to talk about.
For sure.
She's dating Kid Leroy. They've been dating for quite a while now. This is Dammit Maury talking to Tate McRae.
Look, everything is about Instagram now. Everything is about becoming official, et cetera, et cetera. You follow your boyfriend on Instagram. He follows nobody. He doesn't even follow you. That would piss me off. Has this been a bone of contention for you that you follow him, he does not follow you?
To be honest, I don't really think that social media doesn't really like affect my opinions on like a relationship. I think that I've actually just genuinely never cared if he's followed me or not. I mean, or even if we like post each other or anything. It's if things are good, the two of us alone and in private and we're happy, I don't really care about what people see on the outside.
Okay, but hold on. If you're sitting on the couch and you post something, you're not leaning over going, could you just like this for me?
Oh my God.
I mean, he definitely like looks me up still. Like, I mean, obviously.
Do you do that to Matthew? Like when you post something, do you text him right away if you're not in the same room with him and say, go like that post?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Maury used to write me all the time, would appreciate a like on this. All
if
the
he's
time.
sitting beside you on the couch, do you lean over and say, "Can you get your phone and like this post?"
I'll hand him his phone.
Tate McRae talking to Dammit Maurie. She's got a new song called "It's Okay, I'm Okay."
It's okay, I'm okay. New song, absolutely fantastic, but there seems to be some discrepancy on what the inspiration is for the song. Is it about a guy? Is it about food? What's going on? Set the record straight.
Seeds of ideas can start in different ways. It doesn't need to be like, I want to talk about this and blah, blah, blah. Sometimes it can be, but this started as just like a chorus seed of me, like as a joke, being like, it's okay, I'm okay. Like declining like a food, whatever. So then anyway, this chorus happened. A year later, I circled back around to it, found a whole new meaning and perspective on this song. And kind of it was less about like an actual person, an actual boy. It was more about like, I wouldn't let myself do the same things that I've done in the past in relationships. Like I feel like a stronger woman now. That's kind of the direction I feel like it turned into for me.
There you go. Tate McRae with Dammit Maurie.
It's dangerous to not follow somebody on Instagram. Because if you follow 4,000 people, right, and then you're scrolling and you accidentally follow somebody, you can go back and unfollow them. And people who follow you aren't really going to be wise to it. But if you're Kid Leroy, right, and Tate McRae is checking out your Insta one day, and you are scrolling and you accidentally follow, let's just say a bikini model that popped up, and then you got to quickly do it. When you see there's one, and then you click on that one, it's dangerous.
If you don't delete right away.
It's risky to not follow somebody on Instagram, man.
Yeah. And is she going to say it's okay, I'm okay?
No.
At that point?
No.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Jason, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's
All
nice and clear.
right. What's going on, man? It's Roz and Mocha.
How you going, guys?
Good. Jason, welcome to Razamoka's Helluva Story. When and where does your Helluva Story take place? How did it all start?
Yeah, look, my Helluva Story is that I actually got body slammed by a humpback whale while wing foiling.
What?
What?
Yeah, so look, it happened in October last year. I'll set the scene. It was a beautiful day, like a sunny day outside.
Yeah.
Just in Sydney, Australia. I went in the water to do some windsurfing or wing foiling.
Windsurfing.
And I was
Okay.
only about 200 meters off the beach.
And this is a beach that you've gone to many times before, correct?
Oh, yeah. I knew it really well. We go out all the time. Yeah, nothing unusual about it. You know, so like really confident. Put my board shorts on, had a couple of mates with me, and then off we went.
And you're a seasoned windsurfer, I assume.
Yeah, waterman, mate. So I spend most days in the water.
Okay, so you decide to go windsurfing, and then what happens?
So look, I'm about 200 meters off the beach, so not very far at all. I turn around to come back in, and as I turn around, I look to my right-hand side, and there is just a massive shadow coming out of the water. And as it came further out of the water and got higher and higher, my brain is trying to comprehend that's a humpback whale vertically leaping out. And it ended up literally above me, blocking out the sun. And there was only one way that whale was going, and that was down, which was straight on top of me.
Oh, my God. So did you hit the whale, or did the whale hit you?
Look, it's 50-50, but it's a 50-50 this one. So I'm going along, the whale comes up vertically, so it doesn't see me at all. And as whales come up, they vertically come out of the water, as you know, and then they roll and breach and, slap down.
Yeah.
And it was just a 1 in a billion thing. It literally just took my chest and my head and body slammed me. It couldn't have hit me any better if it had tried.
Okay, wait 1 second, Jason. I just looked it up. The weight of a humpback whale, 50 to 80,000 pounds. So the force of that body slam, that hit, can you describe, like, what did it feel like?
Yeah, look, I reckon this one was about probably 30 ton.
Okay.
The hit was like, I don't know, because I've never been hit by a bus. if you could predict a bus or a truck, like there is that much force and power and energy going against your body There is nothing you can do about it.
And did you break anything?
No, well, actually hit myself. And then what happened, the worst part of the story is, once it hit me, it got tangled in my leash and dragged me underwater.
Oh, my God.
I was underneath a 30-ton humpback getting dragged to the bottom of the ocean.
Holy!
Oh, my God.
And I had to hold my breath for 14 seconds before my leg rope snapped, which then allowed me to come back up, take a breath, and survive.
Do you, like, I know at that point your, panic sets in and all you're trying to do is survive. But do you remember, like, was there a moment where you're still processing what is happening?
Yes. So when you're underwater, I could feel the whale's body against my face and body the whole time. So I could feel the skin. And what you're processing is you don't think I'm going to die. You don't think anything but I need to get to the surface to get air. Because if I have one gulp of air now, it'll be water and I'll drown. So my thought process wasn't I have a 30-ton humpback whale on me. It was more I just have to get out of this predicament somehow.
Jason is a Australian windsurfer, and he collided with a humpback whale. And as soon as they collided, the whale started to drag him to the bottom of the ocean. We all have people in our lives, regardless of how old we are, who will always worry about us a little bit. Who in your life were you hesitant to actually tell this story to?
My wife. So my wife's a school teacher, and when I got home after the event, no one believed me. Like, I was telling my mates, they're going, yeah, sure, whatever. And then I found footage on my GoPro, and I took a screenshot of it with the humpback above my head, as clear as day, and I sent it to my wife and said, I've just been cleaned up by a whale, but I'm okay, but you might see it on the news and everywhere else. And how funny is this? So my wife had to go to her boss and go, look, I've got to go. My husband's been hit by a whale. So how much of a random get out of work excuse is that?
Bro, that is crazy. Jason, that is a hell of a story, bro. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no worries. No worries,
wow.
guys.
See you, pal.
See you guys.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yo, things got wild in here last week, not only on the show, but transferred over to social, especially on Instagram. The question was asked, who's better at math between Maria and Damn It Maury? And Roz came up with a couple of questions. And it was one question that Roz asked that sparked the whole thing. And people, both on text and online, were like, I kind of get it, but not really. A lot of people were like, I still don't understand. And a very select few were like, easy, I know how to figure it out. Let's go back to last week real quick.
A cell phone and a cell phone case cost $110 in total. The cell phone cost $100 more than the phone case.
Oh.
How much was the cell phone? Maria's locked in with her answer. Damn it, Maury.
90.
Maria?
100.
Incorrect and incorrect.
$100.
Maria?
I'm lost.
If it's 110.
$200? $200 is the phone because it was $100 more than the case. $100 more and the total's $110.
Yes.
Then 10 is only left. That's the case is $10. Was the case free? I thought the case was $10. Then it becomes $100 if it's the total.
So that happened.
You still don't get it, do you guys?
No.
Maury?
No.
No.
So Maria's dad heard it.
Right.
Maria's dad, when Maria was younger, spent so much money on sending Maria to do extra math.
Right.
At Kumon, right? Which is like after school additional learning.
Kumon, time at my house with flashcards. We even had that thing that you move the buttons.
An abacus?
Yes.
The buttons?
Whatever they're called. I would just play the colors with the colors.
The beads, you mean?
The beads, whatever they are.
My dad only took away dessert.
Here's Maria and her
Now
dad.
you have no desserts.
Dad, you know in school that I was really good at math, right?
Yeah, you were great. If it was out of 10 stars, you'd at least have one.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
So Maury and I were given math questions by Roz. Apparently, they're at a grade 3 level. So I want you to put these headphones on, and I'm going to play you the videos.
Okay.
And I want you to let me know what you think of our math skills.
Oh my God.
So that was a setup.
Okay.
Maria hits play.
Yeah.
I have to take the headphones off.
Okay.
All right. First of all, is there alcohol nearby? I guess the one saving grace is that both of you have no bloody idea of what's going on with math. There's no saving grace. You both are grown adults, and there's no way, whether you're 28 or 44, 45, or I don't know how old Maurie is.
52.
God help you with whoever is in your lives to do any kind of math.
Dad!
Anyway.
So do you think any of our flashcard work ever worked?
No, I think you were more interested in the Timbits that were available.
Kumon?
Yeah, Kumon. Like, to you, it was like Snoopy, you know, where it's like, wah, 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 wah. That's what you used to hear. Anything with math, you would just shut down. There's no helping.
Would you ever tutor Maurie and I?
Oh, God, no. It's not good for my health. Anyway, congrats. That's fantastic.
Thanks, Dad.
You both got 1 star.
Okay.
But it's out of like 100.
No stars. No stars. No stars. 0 stars. 0 stars.
I'd like to know if Maria's dad would have gotten that question right.
He did.
Of course he did.
He did.
Look at Maurie. Well, let's go with a percentage of people that
Yeah, he 100% got it right.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yes, we are the Roz and Mocha Show. He's Roz and Mocha. Dammit, Maurie's here. Maria's here. Shem, a.k.a. Cheesecake, is here.
Man, is there anything worse on Instagram when you click something and it takes you to threads?
Oh, that's the worst. That happened to me literally yesterday.
And you know you can't delete threads without deleting your Instagram, right?
I know. You just turn notifications on.
Yeah, no, I know. But every now and then something pops up in my feed where I'm like, oh, that seems interesting. And then I click and it takes me to threads.
I check out threads every now and then.
Do you?
Yeah.
What for? What do you need another thing for?
I just like to see like what's going on, but it's basically the same stuff that's on Instagram.
Yeah.
Right?
What's your number one? What's your number
Instagram,
one?
for sure.
Instagram. Damn it,
Yeah.
Maurie, what's your number one?
Instagram.
Instagram. Maria, what's your number one? What do you spend the most time on? Like, and what do you get the most out of, do you feel?
Instagram.
Instagram. Shemmy.
Probably
Cheesecake.
X.
X.
Oh, yeah?
I'm with you.
Yeah,
Old
probably
Twitter.
X.
I'm with you.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
That's where I find the most stuff.
Well, what are you looking for? Or just like
Just
whatever
like-
is
just
like
like-
whatever's
yeah.
trending,
Yeah,
whatever's
yeah.
there.
Shem, don't you always tell me that Twitter's a weird place?
It is. It's a terrible
Yeah, it's
place.
horrible.
Why do you guys like being on there then?
I think the thing I hate the most about it is that with everybody being verified now,
Yeah.
it throws you completely off.
Yeah,
I hate
that was a mistake. No, because my problem is that I don't scroll. I only ever search.
Oh.
Right? Like I don't.
On X, on Twitter?
No, on everything. Like
Oh.
I don't sit and scroll through Instagram. Right? Like if I want to try and find something, I just search for it. Right?
But when
Or
you
if I'm
open
looking-
Instagram, you know, just like on the homepage there, just like start.
only if I get onto a video. Like if somebody sends me a video, like if you
No,
send me
but
one
like
or
of your
Catherine sent-
followers, right?
No. Very rarely.
Really?
Very rarely. I never go to that screen where I flip through what my followers. It always just starts with a DM. I'll see a DM and then I'll click it. It'll be a video my brother sent me, whatever Catherine sent me, and then I'll just sit and scroll through videos and then resend them back to her. Where literally yesterday I got busted in this. Oh my God.
Trouble in paradise.
Bro.
What happened?
I made the worst mistake on Instagram.
What?
So Catherine sent me 4 videos.
Yeah.
Right? And I didn't look at them.
Rude.
I know.
Yeah, big time, bro.
I know. I didn't look at them. But because we look at so much of the same stuff, I guess our algorithms are sort of in sync. And then I was cruising through Instagram because I had a couple minutes looking at funny videos. And I sent her back 3.
Uh-huh.
She sent me 4. I sent her back 3. 2 of the ones that I sent her were the ones that she had sent me that were literally right above in the chat. Yeah. And she was sitting there on the couch while I sent them. So it's not even like she was out.
So what'd she say?
What
was the conversation?
She goes, I just sent you that.
Oh, what'd you say?
And I go, oh, did ya? I don't know. I don't know what happened. And then she goes, I just sent you that one too.
In your face, buddy.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
I told her I didn't look at them. That was the end.
Sometimes
that.
honesty is just.
Damn, bro. That's okay. I'm not mad. You did the same thing to me the other day.
Yeah, that was no. You sent me something, right?
The chrome do-rag.
Yeah, the chrome do-rag. But then I'll tell you, the problem is that when my kid, right? And I wasn't lying about this. When my kid's out of the house, right? I have to turn iMessage off because the only way we talk is in a group chat, and it gets screwed up if somebody doesn't have iMessage. So I have to turn iMessage off if I want to talk to my kid because she's not out of the house with full access to everything, right? So when she's out of the house, I have to turn iMessage off in order to be able to text with her. And when I turn iMessage off, it screws up all my other chats with people I use iMessage for. And then when I turn it back on, sometimes it doesn't, whatever, right? So anyway, listen, I wasn't lying to you. It was a beautiful...
Just your wife.
It was a beautiful post you sent me. Just my wife, okay? I don't want to get in trouble with everybody, right? I don't want to get in trouble with everybody. I made sure... Maurie sent me 2 things. I made sure I liked them both this morning before work, right? I don't want to get in trouble with anybody.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yo, Darian, what's up, man? It's Roz and Mocha.
Hi.
You're out in Alberta, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Where in Alberta are you?
Sorry, my service might be really shoddy.
Oh, no. Where in Alberta are you?
Oh, I got like one bar.
Darian, can you hear us?
Yes, but my service is really bad.
Oh, no.
Okay.
All right, so
I'm
Darian
just at work.
texted and said, I've been listening to the podcast for a few years now. I just wanted to shoot you a text and thank you for keeping me company on my 12-hour shifts. You guys make me laugh all day. Maurie's wheeze sends me also. I'm on like episode 224 of the podcast. I started at number 1. And Roz is my favorite because he's a smooth, cool dude.
Wow.
Anyway, love you guys.
Rude.
That's awesome.
That's really funny because I used to listen like regularly on the podcast, like the new ones.
Yeah.
And then one day I just switched and I was like, I'm going to try listening from the start.
Oh, okay. How did you find out about us? Or, like, have you been living in Alberta this entire time, or were you elsewhere, discovered us, and then moved out there?
I've lived in Alberta my whole life, but it was funny because I was listening to true crime podcasts and I was getting tired of all the negativity.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just need something good. And I looked up best podcasts on Spotify, and your guys' was like number 1.
Yeah.
So that's how I found it.
That's amazing, Darian. Well, we've been on the radio together for 15 years now.
Yeah, I know. I just finished listening to your guys'. I think it was.
Yeah, she knows, man. She knows.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you listen to the docuseries?
11th anniversary. I didn't even know you guys had one.
Yeah.
So we have this docuseries. It's 6 episodes. It'll appear in the feed that you have right now, but if you just want to jump into it like right away.
Sorry, my service is cutting out really bad.
That's okay. If you want to jump into the docuseries right away, just search for History of Roz and Mocha. You can do that on Spotify. And it'll pull up like a separate feed with only those 6 episodes. Each episode's about an hour long, maybe a little bit more. But it gives you like a full breakdown, full rundown of how the Roz and Mocha show came to be. And you get a little bit more insight into myself, Roz, Shem, Maria, Damn It Maurie, DJ Climax, how certain things
That's
happen
really
on the
awesome.
show. Like
Yeah,
it's a
I'll definitely have to
full
check that out for sure.
detail of the show.
Yeah, you're going to love it.
Sorry, you guys keep cutting out.
No, it's
My
all good, love.
service-
It's all good. You go do your thing, okay?
All right. Darian, we love you. Thank you very much for listening to the Roz and Mocha show. And your choosing of a favorite doesn't count because I didn't ask. And unfortunately, we are out of time. So I can't even ask you. Darian?
Love you, girl.
Oh, time just opened up. Darian, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Stop it. You're such a jerk.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yo, Erica, what's up? It's Roz and Mocha.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. We got your text. You said, I just wanted to say I love you guys. This is my second time doing this crazy drive. I did it to the History podcast, back to back, all 6 episodes. What are you talking about, your crazy drive?
Oh, this is the second time doing this. So my boyfriend's family is from Northern Ontario.
Uh-huh.
So, and we currently live in Port Dover. So we go from Port Dover to about 3 hours north of Thunder Bay.
Oh, my God. Okay.
And how long's that drive?
I think it took us about 19 hours to get up this time.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. It's a rough drive.
So did you listen to our show the entire time? Like driving up there and back?
No, I listened to, well, I was awake driving and my boyfriend was asleep. So, yeah, I just had all the episodes played back to back while he was asleep, and I drove, and it was just awesome to listen to it. I had been waiting. I didn't listen to it as it came out week by week. I wanted to listen to it all in one go.
Oh, okay.
So I was able to do it during that drive, and driving back up made me think about it.
That's like almost 2,000 kilometers.
Oh, yeah. It's funny when on the GPS, it's like, okay, your next turn is in 300 kilometers. And you're like, great.
Wow. North.
Yeah.
Damn. So you binged the history of Roz and Mocha, the 6-part docuseries on the show. What'd you think? What are your thoughts?
I absolutely loved it. I've been listening since about 2014, I want to say.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay.
And I've heard a lot of stuff. And of course, like, you hear everything on the radio. But hearing more of the backstory was just awesome. I loved hearing how you guys got together and everything like that. It was just amazing to listen to.
Is there anything from the docuseries that like resonates with you or like really sticks out in your mind?
I think listening about Roz and trying to kind of figure himself out and getting second chances and everything like that just really resonated with me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Of course, it's like a 22-year-old still trying to figure out their life.
Wow. So at 22, what do you think that you have figured out? What do you think that you still need to try and figure out?
I think I still need to figure out whether I want to stay on this direction in my career.
Mm-hmm.
I had dropped out of school because of COVID, and of course, university online sucks.
Yeah.
Especially when you're in engineering and it's supposed to be hands-on.
Yeah.
But I still ended up working in the field. I work in manufacturing at this small tech company.
What do you feel that you have figured out?
I think more of like the personal life stuff and what I want for the future and goals, whether I want to live to work or just work so that I can live my life.
Yeah. And you you like your boyfriend?
Oh, yes. We've been together for almost 3 years.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
That's a long time. So
And things are
you
good.
guys met when you were teenagers.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Of course, in the middle of COVID. But
Right.
yeah, love them. Gotta love them.
Erica, well, thanks for reaching out. It was wonderful talking to you. I'm glad that you enjoyed the docuseries. Before we let you go, two things. Number one, do you have any questions about the docuseries? Is there anything that hadn't been answered that you were listening out for?
I don't think so. I was just absorbing all the info as I was going through it.
Okay. Number two, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Hands down, pants down, Roz.
There we go.
Hey. Hey, you know what? Really quick, because people are saying hands down, pants down a lot more, right?
Yeah.
And that's one thing we never talked about on the docuseries.
No.
The origin of hands down, pants down.
Yeah.
I can tell the story real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
It was like forever ago on the show, very early days, where I believe I said hands down, and then Roz didn't hear me say hands down and thought I said pants down. And then I was like, hands down, pants down. Do you remember it that way, Roz?
Me? No, I don't remember it that way.
That's exactly what happened. Roz misheard me say hands down for pants down, and then it just became hands down, pants down.
Yeah.
Love you, Erica.
That's
awesome.
a long time ago. Holy moly.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye, love.
Bye.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Jays fans showed up this season, breaking records.
Are you talking about what I think you're talking about?
The Blue Jays Glizzy record?
Yeah. Hot dogs.
Jays fans surpassed 700,000 loony hot dogs this season for the first time in franchise history. Of course, this is every Tuesday home game. It's $1 for a glizzy.
And they only count the loony ones? They don't count the hot dogs sold at regular games at regular price? No, that's
this is
just
this is
loony.
for this.
Oh, my God.
So 700,000 and counting because the season's not done yet.
Yeah.
Right? Previous record last year was 693,865 glizzies.
Wow.
A single game in one game this season in August. Single game record was set. 71,391 hot dogs sold.
What's
that-
capacity at Rogers Center?
Like close to 80?
No.
Gotta be.
No.
Yes, with the nosebleeds and everything?
No.
49,000.
49.
Oh.
And
sorry, I'm thinking hot dogs. Sorry.
No, sorry. Capacity is 49,000. And what?
39,150.
39,150. And what did they sell in one day?
In one day, 71,391.
You got to figure
That's
it. You got to figure at least half the people in there are not eating hot dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking at what? 17,000 people ate 70,000 hot dogs?
Yeah.
There's two guys that dress up as hot dogs that go every Tuesday.
Yo.
But okay, listen, that's
an
71,000.
incredible
Okay,
number.
that's like the single game, right?
Yeah.
But that's not the all-time single game record.
Oh, what's the all-time?
This was last year, August. Okay? The all-time single game record for Looney hot dogs at Rogers Center during a Jays game.
Yeah.
76,627 dogs.
Oh,
I want to throw up.
that is so
Do
impressive.
they? I wonder if they deliver them all in one truck or is it like a convoy?
Oh, no, they get them. It's 24 hours a day. They're delivering wieners, man. Just like me.
Average. Yeah, sure. Okay, fine. No. Okay. Sure.
These nuts.
The average Looney dog consumed per night this year was 56,540.
Oh, my God. People order them what? Like, what would you say?
The max you can get for Looney dogs is 4 at a time.
4. Okay. So you got to figure there's a lot of people because not everyone wants to go and stay in line. So when somebody's ordering 4, I would say it's broken down like the percentage you have to know the percentage of people who are eating all 4, then the percentage of people who are splitting it with one other person, so 2 and 2, then the percentage of people who are getting 4 hot dogs for 4 different people because not everybody wanted to go and stay in line. What do you think is the most common distribution of wieners? Do you think the most common is one person buying 4 and eating all 4? Or do you think it's one person
I think it's
eating 2, like splitting it?
Yeah, that's what it is.
You think that's the
think.
most common, eh?
I think there are a select few that will wait in line and 4 for themselves.
Yeah.
Select.
Yeah.
But I think in most cases, you're waiting in line, you're loading up max dogs.
Right.
Which is 4.
Now,
and you're splitting with somebody.
Would you do like in the first couple innings, go and grab 4 for you and a friend, and then again in like the 6th, and go and grab 4 more?
Yeah.
So you've had 4.
Like if I'm not loading up on other snacks.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If I was only there for the glizzy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because you could down 4, no problem. Right? No problem.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Who couldn't down 4? Why am I the only one talking right now?
I'm reading about the delivery.
Nobody wants to admit anything right now.
I don't think anyone wants to answer that.
It's all you, bro.
These nuts.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Good. Hey, have you and your wife started playing pickleball yet?
No.
No, you gonna? You seem the type.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, like together, like as a coupley thing, right?
Yeah.
You seem the type.
Why would you? Are you? Have you?
Nah.
Did you try it?
No.
Has Catherine asked you?
No, not really. No,
Or you can't remember?
No, she hasn't. She hasn't asked me. She's
Has she brought it up at all at home?
Well, because they do it at the gym and stuff like this, right? But I'm not interested in playing pickleball.
Why not?
I watch.
If Catherine asks.
No.
Oh, you would just say
Yeah,
stay
I
with
would just say
no.
this is not for me.
Oh,
it's not for me.
But you don't know that.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things I've seen people do. There's a lot of things I've heard people do, where I've thought that's just not for me.
Yo, if she called me,
You'd pickleball with her?
Yeah, I'd link up. Why
Yeah,
not?
you would, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something about it.
I mean, I don't know if I'm good. I don't think I'm good.
It's impossible to not be good at pickleball.
Why?
It's super slow.
Is it like table tennis?
Is the ball bouncy like a tennis
It's a wiffle ball.
Oh, it's a wiffle ball.
Yeah.
Oh, easy. I'm
Bro,
down.
Like
down.
I watched the pro pickleball tour
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago. And I told you, shut up.
Where was it? Like on YouTube?
No, it was on CBS Sports.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a tournament. It's so slow. I thought pickleball, like the pros are going to be smashing it, right? Like
Yeah.
badminton and all this stuff. But no, it's like it's super slow. I
Is
don't
it?
know. Yeah.
Can I quit this job and just be pro
If
pickleballer?
you go pro, you could probably, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Billy Baldwin hosts a league here in Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there last year. It was fun.
Yeah.
I played against him.
Yeah. It's super easy though. Right. It's super. I mean, maybe it's not for me. I don't know, because I'm not like that kind of guy, right? I don't do that stuff.
Physical activity?
Nah. I mean,
No, but you go to the gym.
I do,
right?
but I'm not running
like
around. No, because
you
I
do
don't
your
like
cardio and
I
stuff?
don't like team things.
You don't want to lose.
No, I'm fine to lose. I got no problem with it. I'm a good loser.
What do you mean you don't like team things?
I don't like team things. I don't want to like have to link up with some other couple and then exchanging emails and they want you to download WhatsApp and all this stuff. Like that's what I see. I see.
Bro, you played this out already, huh?
Bro, you don't even know. I see one interest in pickleball. Next thing I know, I'm on WhatsApp, and that's what I don't want in my life, right? Because that's what's going to happen. I know it's going to happen.
Then it leads to a potential friendship, and then they invite you to the cottage next summer.
God, and there's only so many times after you do something with another couple where they're like, "Are you sure you're still not hungry and you don't want to go for anything to eat?" And I'm like, "Still not hungry." Still not hungry.
See you never.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, did you start watching the Vince McMahon documentary?
No, don't tell me.
I'm going to start today.
Good.
Yeah.
Shem, so are all 6 episodes on Netflix?
Yep,
Okay.
and I've seen 5 of 6.
Okay.
Damn, you blasted through all of them yesterday,
Yes,
huh?
he did. So on Monday, Vince released a statement saying, because this is a documentary that started out one way, and much like a few other documentaries that Netflix has done in the past, the story changed as they were doing it, right? So the doc changed. And I'm guessing at the beginning they had full support of Vince McMahon, and then during this entire process, the lawsuit started to happen, and that whole WWE world with Vince just came crumbling down.
Yeah.
And so on Monday, he wrote, "I don't regret participating in this Netflix documentary. The producers had an opportunity to tell an objective story about my life and the incredible business I built, which were equally filled with excitement, drama, fun, and a fair amount of controversy and life lessons. Unfortunately, based on an early partial cut that I've seen, this doc falls short and takes the predictable path of conflating the Mr. McMahon character with my true self, Vince. The title and promos alone make that evident. I hope the viewer will keep an open mind and remember that there are 2 sides to every story." And then another report just came out to say that Vince tried to Oprah his documentary. Remember Apple TV did this documentary on Oprah, and she bought it back?
Yeah.
And she's going to shelve it and nobody's ever going to see it. So one report says that Vince went to Netflix and tried to buy this back.
Did they say for how much?
Nope, nobody has said anything. Nobody has said anything. Netflix isn't commenting on it, but it's one report that Vince tried to buy it back and was shut down, and that's why
Is
you
he a
see
billionaire?
it streaming now.
Vince?
Yep.
He is, right? Like after he sold all of his stock and after all the stuff went down and he sold everything that has to do with WWE, he's a billionaire now, right?
Yeah.
So he could afford.
Yeah, but I mean, we have to understand what's reasonable in a situation like that.
Oh, for sure.
But yes, so that is the. How does he come off in the doc? Does it escalate with the sort of story? Like, do they try and paint him as like a nice guy at the beginning, like a visionary, and then it all goes to hell?
Much like the trailer. Much like the trailer, right? The trailer did that.
There's definitely a lot of talk about him being this visionary, this incredible
They give him his
force
props.
in the wrestling world. But a lot of the story is told like by Vince himself, right? And he's very much, for anybody who watches wrestling, he is very much like the Mr. McMahon character. That's how he comes off. And the one thing I will say, what really comes across in the documentary is how much he valued the wrestling business over everything else and everyone else, including his family.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that people who are not in as deep as you and Mocha, what they know of Vince McMahon is just that he's a colossal POS. Right?
Oh, yeah.
I think that that's the general consensus. If you've just only seen him in the times that he has, escaped the lab of that WWE world and made it into the sort of general pop culture of things, whether it's on a business show or whether it's, on a late night, whatever it may be. I think people just think that he's just a colossal POS.
Yeah,
right?
he just comes across as cold.
Yeah.
Very cold and very all about business. and not really the family guy.
Yeah, and then when he started looking like a supervillain too, that didn't help. When he had
with
the little mustache, like he started looking like a villain. Right? Like that was a terrible. Like I think that when
bad
people,
PR move,
terrible PR. I mean, that was if we're looking at bad PR moves. The human trafficking is right up there. Right? Like I would say, I would say that. But no, I'm curious as to how much of the doc actually deals with the downfall and the allegations and the lawsuits.
Yeah, it's not there yet. I'll say that.
And you're on episode 5?
I'm on episode 6.
6?
And out of 6?
Yeah.
So you just started.
And you're not there yet?
No, hasn't happened yet.
Interesting.
Oh, not yet.
And there are other like wrestlers, like superstars.
Stone Cold, The Rock, Triple H, everybody, Stephanie, Tate McMahon. Yeah, they're all there.
Wow. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm going to start that today.
On Netflix.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
So Maria's on her way to New York. Well, not right now, but she'll be off to New York for a few days. How many days are you going for again, Maria?
4.
Okay, one thing we know about Maria and when she's packing, whether it's for 22 days in Greece or 4 days in New York, or even much like what we did earlier this year, 4 days in Jamaica when we went as a show with redtag.ca, is that Maria always packs checked luggage, even for a short-ass trip. Yeah. Always with the checked luggage.
Right.
So this time, one of Maria's friends, she's going to New York with, has banned Maria from checking a bag.
Yeah.
So now Maria is forced to pack carry-on and is stressed out. When your friend said to you, Maria, no check luggage, did you think it was a joke?
Yeah, I laughed. Like, okay, come on, you're checking the bag, right? And she goes, no, you are bringing a carry-on, and that is it. And I have been upset about it since.
Are all of your friends bringing carry-on?
It's just 2 of us.
Oh, it's just the 2 of you.
So it's just her and me.
Oh, because she don't want to be waiting at freaking baggage.
She's like, we're there for 4 days. I'm like, yeah, exactly.
So you've been stressed.
Oh, the most.
So Maria's at home packing.
Yeah.
And records this conversation. Her mom walks into the room.
Right.
It looks like her closet exploded because there's just stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
And Maria, with this small little carry-on, trying to pack everything.
For the love of God, how long are you going for? You going for a month?
4 days.
Oh my God, it's like what you guys say on the show. Jesus of Nazareth, what is going on in here?
Well, I'm trying to narrow down my outfits, Romeo.
You're not going for a month. You're going for 3 days.
I know, but then this package from Abercrombie just came in, and I don't know if I should pack any of that. And then I'm worried that my one dress is not fancy enough, so I'm going to pack another backup dress. And then I don't know where I'm going to put my shoes.
Oh my God. You're not fitting anything in that bag. That's a carry-on?
Yeah, Katie won't let me bring the luggage.
And are you planning on shopping down there?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Where are you going to put all this stuff?
I don't know.
Why do you need 2 pairs of running shoes for?
Well, first of all, those Adidas are not running shoes. They're fashionable running shoes, A. B, the Nikes are for me to work out.
Why do you need to work out? You think you're going to jog down there?
Yeah.
Where? You and Katie are going to get up in the morning after drinking all night?
Yeah,
you're gonna
Mom, apparently on the West Highway, all the single good-looking guys run there in the morning, so Katie and I want to get up and go running.
And then her dad walks in.
1, 2, 3, 4 purses? Where are your jackets?
I have a leather jacket, a little mini blazer, and then I might bring a jean jacket. But the thing is, if I can't fit the jean jacket, I can't wear the leather and the jean jacket at the same time.
And where's all your toiletries going and your utensils?
I haven't packed those yet.
Oh.
I don't know. Mom, I'm stressed out.
Just shove everything in there.
Katie is going to kill me. She says that she packs a carry-on for like a week. I'm going from Thursday to Monday, and I still can't figure it out. And I'm wearing one outfit there.
What the hell?
This is her dad now.
Did you just explode in here? What is all this?
My clothes.
This is what she's packing for 3 days in New York.
It's 4.
And is this all going to fit in there?
I'm hoping.
Are you moving there, like permanently? That's insane.
Do you want to help me pack?
No.
All right, thanks.
So your problem is clearly psychological, right?
It's not psychological.
You don't have a bag problem.
It's not psychological. Also, do you want to know how it got worse this morning? So as I'm rolling my luggage to my car, I put it in my car, and then I noticed that the bottom didn't zip properly because I guess it's overfilled. And then I lifted my luggage out of my car, and in the middle of the dark on my driveway, my entire luggage explodes, opens up on my entire driveway. So at 3:30 in the morning, I'm picking my clothes up off the floor.
So you're not going to be able to fit it back in the bag?
No,
or
I
you
just
have to,
sat
repack?
on it on my driveway, squished it all together, shoved it back in my car. So we all have to pray that it makes it to New York.
Oh my God. Yo, you know you're checking that bag, right?
No. Don't even put that out there in the universe, please.
I'm not.
Katie's going to be
Yeah, they're going to make you check that
No,
first of all.
no.
100%. What airline are you flying?
Porter?
You're going to check that.
No.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello, Peyton. It's Roz and Mocha.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Can we read the text that you sent in to us before we continue the call? Is that cool?
Yes, for sure.
Peyton said this: I've been listening to the Roz and Mocha Show since the beginning when I was just 14 years old, which is crazy to think because I'm getting married on Saturday to my fiance, who I met at the same time that I started listening.
Wow.
It would be a dream to hear from the Roz and Mocha Show before the big day, which is approaching. I've never called in. I've
What?
texted a few times, but that's because I think of them as celebrities and it freaks me out. Peyton, you freaking out still?
Just a little bit.
All right, don't freak out, girl. So 14 years old, you discover the Roz and Mocha Show. How did you discover? Were like people telling you about the show? Was it your folks because they were driving you to school? How did you find out about us?
It was my mom. We used to listen when we were getting ready. She would be getting ready for work. I'd be getting ready for school. And then, it just started from there.
And so that just became part of your life, part of your routine, right?
It did.
Yeah. And then when you started to kind of grow up, like when you were through high school, and did you go to college, university, or anything like that?
Yeah, so you guys have been there for all the big milestones. So this is just another one.
Wow.
And what about your fiance? Like you guys met when you were 14. Did he start listening in and around the same time too?
I just recently got him into it a couple years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so you're getting married. Congratulations. Hey.
Big up. That's amazing. What are you nervous about?
Just a whole day. Hopefully it goes okay. And
you'll be fine.
Everything flows.
So I have to go back to you saying that you listened to the show from the very beginning when you were a kid, because I need to know something. We had asked this question to somebody else recently who also listened to the show for the duration that we've been on for 15 years and started listening when they were a kid, but with their dad. So I'm going to ask you this question that we asked them, Peyton. Do you remember when Roz and I did 2 episodes of the Roz and Mocha sex show at 7 p.m.?
A little bit. Like it's there, but I don't remember clearly.
Okay. For anyone that needs background on the Roz and Mocha sex show, which we did 2 episodes at 7 p.m. here on KISS. You can get all the details on that on the History of Roz and Mocha, the 6-part docuseries on the podcast feed. Okay, so if you remember listening, do you remember if you were listening alone, or do you remember if you were listening with a parent? And if it was with a parent, did they say anything, or what was their reaction?
I actually would listen alone.
Okay.
There's no way I'd want to listen to that with my mom.
Okay. So, but do you know if your mom heard about it? The only reason why I say this, because much like the last time we asked this question to someone, we had a lot of parents who were really, really mad at us for doing those shows. Do you remember if your mom or your dad heard that we did this and were really upset?
I think my mom did, but she didn't look at it as a bad thing. She looked at it as hey, at least she's learning something.
Right. Yeah. That's the show where a lot of people, Mocha educated a lot of people on what was.
Bro, my mom listens now still. I thought we were over that. Also, I didn't discover it then. I knew what it was.
No, but you were the one that explained it.
Yes.
Yes. That's what I said. You educated people.
Pat on the back. All right, Peyton. Listen, we can't thank you enough for your years of dedication to the show. It truly, truly, truly means more than you will ever know. Because it's very rare that a show, especially a show like ours, consistently on the same radio station, would be around 15 years later. So thanks to you, thanks to your family, thanks to everyone that you know that supports and listens to the Roz and Mocha Show. We love you. Congratulations on getting married. Big day coming up. You are going to be fantastic. Everything's going to run smooth. Before we let you go, Peyton, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Hands down, Roz.
There we go.
Hey. Love you, Peyton. Have a good day.
Thank you. Love you guys. Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10
on Kiss 92.5.
KISS925.com.
Or download the Kiss 92.5 app.